Hello, my name is Tim Russell. I own Big Tim's Pawn. My wife and I, we own two pawn shops here in Pinellas County, Florida. And these videos that I'm going to put on YouTube are mainly for marketing, but this first one in particular is going to be a general overview about what a pawn shop can do for you. I think you'd be kind of surprised if you've never been to one, and if you're watching this video, you probably found us because you're looking for a pawn shop near you, or the keywords in this video are going to be what is a pawn shop, so you probably don't know really what a pawn shop is. According to our National Association's statistics, only 3 out of 10 people have ever been into a pawn shop, so the odds are you probably don't know. Might have an idea, but you probably really don't know what a pawn shop can do for you. Pawn shops have been around for a long time, and they're a really good solution for quick cash. You can sell items in a pawn shop in addition to getting a loan, and you can find some really good deals on some cool stuff. Behind me, and you'll see more of the stores here in future videos, but I'm actually in the vault where we keep the guns and other pawned items at our store in Pinellas Park. And you can get really good deals at a pawn shop for guns, guitars, electronics, collectibles, and depending on the pawn shop, most pawn shops specialize in a type of merchandise. The owner might be really comfortable with giving loans on some motorcycles that I have out here, jet skis, cars. We've taken in Civil War collectibles. Depending on like I said, what the pawnbroker feels comfortable with in taking, and that he can take it in and either the person's going to pick it up or they're going to resell it. You'd be very surprised at the type of things that you can find at a pawn shop. Now, buying and selling, most people understand. If you've ever been to a thrift store or a Salvation Army or something like that, or a garage sale, you understand that there's pretty good deals to be had on sometimes even new, but most of the time used merchandise inside a store. The part that people are confused by or don't understand because they've never had personal experience with is the loan process and what is a pawn shop. And as I was saying before, pawn shops have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. There's literally thousands of them throughout the world, and not including the United States, but it's very popular in Mexico. It's very popular in Japan. And what a pawn is basically, let's say you need a $100 loan. It would be very difficult these days, if not impossible, to go to a bank and walk in and talk to a branch manager and say, hey, look, I need a $100 loan for a couple of weeks. More than likely, that's not going to happen, and you'll be escorted out of the building. But in a pawn shop, it's a little bit different. Basically, we're here to loan you money. You bring items in for collateral. You don't use your credit. We don't check your credit. It's not a signature loan. It is a collateralized loan in that you bring me stuff. You tell me how much you need for a loan. If the stuff that you brought me is worth that or more, we will give you a loan. Every state's different. In Florida, the loans are for 30 days. After the first 30 days are up, you automatically fall into a 30-day grace period, so that you have 60 days to either pick up your item or come in and pay the interest on the item and extend it for another 30 days. As an example, if you were to bring me a gun, this gun right here, ooh, not pretty. If you were to bring me this Taurus gun, which is worth about $229 retail, and you told me that you needed a $100 loan, we would draw up the agreement and you would sign it, and basically we would take possession of the gun, put it into our safe like this, and then give you a $100 loan and send you on your way. There is no recourse to this loan. You can come back tomorrow, you can come back 30 days from now, you can come back 60 days from now. If you were to come back 30 days from today after I gave you the $100 loan, you would owe me $25. As I said, every state has different rules, so if you're out in Florida, you want to call a pawnbroker, or you can call us, and we'll be happy to walk you through each state, because we pretty much know the state rules. But in the state of Florida, you would owe me $25 at the end of the month. There are a couple exceptions to this. If in the event that you were to walk back in the next day, we're not going to charge you interest. For whatever reason you needed that loan for, just a few short hours, and we're not going to charge you for that. It's we try and treat our customers like we would treat our family, and so if you were to walk in the next day and repay the $100, you would get your merchandise back, your gun, your purple gun, and you wouldn't notice any interest. If you came back within a very short period of time, a week, you would only owe us 10%. So it would cost you $10 to have that loan. And these types of loans can solve a lot of problems. If you've ever experienced bouncing a check, or been worried about your lights or your water being turned off, or for whatever reason you're just short for a couple of weeks, these types of loans can be very, very simple and easy to use. Like I said, in these videos we're actually going to be talking about specific items that we take in, so that you can get an idea of how a pawn shop works. We're going to actually show you how to operate like a pawn shop in your own little world, where you could use the newspaper and Craigslist and garage sales and actually make some money. I'm going to teach you how to negotiate like a pawnbroker. We're actually going to show you exactly how much we pay for stuff, what we do to sell it, and how much we make off of it. Everybody, when I meet people and they find out that I'm a pawnbroker, that's one of their biggest questions is oh man, how much do you pay for stuff, and what kind of things do you get, and it's an interesting job, and we're going to walk you through what it's like to be a pawnbroker and work in a pawn shop. And from these videos, you're going to see how much we would pay for stuff. You can, if you're not around us, and you can take that information with you to your local pawn shop, and they should be very close. Most pawn shops, especially the corporate ones, are very rigid in their pricing. So the type of pricing that you would get from us is probably going to be very similar to another large chain corporate pawn shop. You're going to get some variation in other maybe smaller mom and pop shops who only own one store, in that there's going to be some variations in pricing, because some pawn shops, I'll give you an example. I don't like car audio. I've never had good experiences with it. You can buy new car audio amplifiers and speakers very inexpensively. It's very difficult for you to bring me a used car audio part and for me to make a loan on it, and then if you don't come pick it up in 60 days, to be able to put it out on the shelves and sell it for any type of reasonable profit. So in general, unless it's in a box brand new, we just don't take car audio. So those are the types of things that we're going to be going over in the coming weeks. We're going to try to reach more of our customers and potential customers through YouTube videos. And if you have a request about a type of item, or something about a pawn shop that you don't understand and like answered, you can go ahead and email me. I'm going to go ahead and put links and emails right into the video here, so that you can go directly to us. And you can always call us. You go to our website. It's got the phone numbers. It actually has my personal cell number in there if you have an emergency. The last thing I want to talk about is something that we do that most pawn shops don't do. We actually have a regularly, as an hourly updated website for the things that are coming out in our store. You can see exactly what's in our store, and some of the services that we provide besides pawning stuff, which is gun transfers and new gun purchases and things like that. But one of the things that we do is we actually buy things directly from consumers right over the internet. It isn't everything, but it is a lot of stuff, and it focuses primarily on guns, musical instruments, that type of thing. And we have a link right on our website where you can go, tell us what you have, send us a picture, and we'll give you a pretty firm, because we know how much things are worth, a pretty firm quote as to how much we would buy that item from you. You send it to us using our account with FedEx. We inspect it. We give you a call as we're opening the package, and we go through and just verify that everything is there and it's in the condition that you told us. And then right from there, we immediately send out overnight, if you like, or 2-day. We send you a check, and you've got your merchandise, and you get your money, and you never had to leave basically your own house. It's kind of like a we buy gold thing, but we actually buy guns, guitars, jewelry. We'll buy jewelry. There's a few other things, and it's a new service, so we're just trying it out. But we think it's going to be popular, and we hope that that you at least go to the website and take a look at it. Like I said, later today I'm going to go to the other store and we're going to look at some of the other things that we do at the other store over in Largo. And I look forward to talking with you in the next video.